5 things you missed in Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. That is right lads, Arsenal Football Club lost the North London derby. And with Jose Mourinho's Tottenham beating Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, let's just say your boy is not in the best of moods. In terms of the game itself, of course it was a very interesting one, with the first goal being an Alexandre Lacazette screamer, but then just minutes later Sead Kolasinac gifting Tottenham a goal back. And despite Arsenal dominating position in the second half, it was Tottenham who got the winner with a Toby Alderweireld header late on in the game. But of course for the game itself there were so many talking points. What is going on with the future of Mesut Ozil, and what does this mean for the future of Arsenal Football Club? So with that being said guys, let's get into today's video and let's discuss 5 things that you guys missed in Arsenal 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Lads, you had one job and you ruined it. Lads, I don't know what to say. In the space of 24 hours, not only have I become a meme everywhere, I've also had to listen to all my Tottenham mates take the absolute mickey out of me because of some of the clowns that Arsenal Football Club employ as so-called defenders. I hope you're happy. Yo, what is on guys, my name is Bass14 and welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again to discuss just the Arsenal, no mighty business today. And that is of course after Arsenal lost 2-1 in the North London derby in their first ever game at Tottenham Hotspur's new ground. In terms of the game itself, let's just say it was an up and down one. In terms of the up, it was Alexandre Lacazette with an absolute screamer, may I just say. But then of course the joy was short-lived after Tottenham Hotspur came back and scored just minutes after. Sead Kolasinac, what are you doing my bro? And then of course Alderweireld getting a last minute winner as well. So let's just say, as always, there is a lot to talk about and we shall discuss. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there, smash a like on the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the game itself, on the result, on Mourinho vs Arteta, and anything else you would like to discuss. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to follow all my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said guys, let's get into this video and let's discuss Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1, and let's talk about 5 things that you guys missed apart from the fact that our players can't play simple passes backwards. The first thing that you guys might have missed is the fact that Mesut Ozil could be leaving Arsenal Football Club. Mesut Ozil makes his first appearance of the day in my video. Mesut, where were you in the game itself? I don't know. But that is right lads, Mesut Ozil was once again left out of the entirety of the Arsenal squad by Mikel Arteta. And so that left a lot of fans wondering what exactly is happening with Mesut Ozil. Is he still injured? Or is it simply Arteta does not feel he's good enough to play in the Arsenal squad? And let's just say Mikel Arteta has come up with an answer. When he was asked about Ozil after the game, he simply said, "We will manage with it internally, nothing has changed." Which says to me there and there is simply no injury. Which then tells me Mesut Ozil is simply not making the Arsenal squad because Arteta simply does not think he's good enough. And so in many ways what I personally believe is by Arteta saying something like we are going to manage it internally, what that tells me is he's almost confirming that he wants to get rid of Mesut Ozil. And I personally believe come the summer Mesut Ozil will leave Arsenal Football Club, because to be left out of the North London derby with no injury, and the fact that Arsenal don't even have a number 10 at the moment, and also make no mistake, we kind of did miss a number 10 type of player, tells me that Arteta simply does not want to see Mesut Ozil at Arsenal Football Club anymore. And in many ways for me what Arteta is saying to the media, to the world, is Mesut, it is time to go. But as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments on Mesut Ozil potentially leaving the Arsenal Football Club. What are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Moving on to the second thing you might have missed, and that is a Dani Ceballos masterclass. When I say masterclass, I mean a masterclass. Because yes, Arsenal lost their game and yes, it hurts. But at the same time, one of the massive positives was the performance of Dani Ceballos, because Mr. Estrella and Mr. Paella came up trumps in the Arsenal field. So let me give you a couple stats to work off. In terms of the game itself, Ceballos won 7 duels, made 2 key passes, completed 2 dribbles, and in total made 91 successful passes. And don't get it wrong, those numbers are great, but those are meant to look even better when you hear this as well. Ceballos not only made the most passes on the pitch, he also had the most touches on the pitch, indicating to me that he controlled the entirety of the game, in particular the midfield area. And what makes that even more mental for me is the fact that Dani Ceballos had to compete with more midfielders, and of course by going for a midfield 3 of Winks, Lo Celso, Sissoko, he's clearly trying to outnumber the Arsenal midfield. And so for Ceballos to still then have an outstanding game tells me this guy may have a future at Arsenal Football Club, because not only was he great going forwards, but he also made 4 tackles and 2 interceptions. The guy had nothing short of a monster class. class. And I cannot lie to you guys, the more I see Dani Ceballos play for the Arsenal, the more he grows into the Arsenal shirt itself, the more I would like to see him at Arsenal come next season. And one of the things a lot of Arsenal fans forget is the fact that this guy's still only 23 years of age. And so being that young, I'm starting to think a fee of potentially £40 million, or maybe even a second year of a loan, may just end up being a bit of a bargain. And so with that being said, guys, once again, let's get in the comments below and let's discuss man like Dani Ceballos. Would you keep him? Would you sign him? Would you extend his loan? Or would you let him go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the third thing, lads, and that is the run continues. The run, of course, that I'm referring to is the fact that Arsenal Football Club have not won a game against a big six side away from home since 2015. Man said it's been 5 years, you know. I mean, just imagine being an Arsenal fan, and there's certain rival fans that believe we need to be humbled. What are you on about? We've been humbled enough already. And of course, with this game also being away at Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal Football Club have not won against Tottenham Hotspur away since 2014. It's been 6 years. And in terms of Jose Mourinho as well, the last and only time we beat Mourinho was back in 2017. And we've never ever beat Mourinho away from home. What is going on at Arsenal Football Club? And that's why today, lads, I just don't understand how we lost the game. Tottenham were on their knees. They were on a very low point. They couldn't even manage a single shot on target against nearly relegated Bournemouth. And so how bad does that make us look to let them beat us as well? So let's just get straight. Your boy is not in the best of moods, and you can kind of now understand why I was shouting and screaming and calling these players frauds. Because yes, I think Mourinho was a fraud, but make no mistake, the Arsenal players are bigger frauds. And for me personally, lads, going into next season, this is something I would love to see Arteta finally address. All I'm asking for is just to finally just give us a win against a top six side, a big six side away from home. I'm on my knees, I'm begging, Mikel, make it happen. Because as Arsenal fans, we have suffered enough. Just give it to us. We need it, bro. Moving on to the fourth thing, lads, and that is Bottle Job FC. Here is a stat for you guys. Since the appointment of Mikel Arteta, Arsenal Football Club have dropped the most points from winning positions. And to be precise and exact, we have dropped in total 15 points from winning positions, more than any other side in the entirety of the Premier League. I mean, Mikel, I'm a big fan, but what is going on? But then again, lads, I don't want to blame Arteta for this, because yes, maybe some of the subs are a bit questionable, but at the same time, lads, it's the same old story at Arsenal. It's the mistakes at the back. Are you telling me you're going to seriously blame Arteta for the fact that Kalajna couldn't play a simple 10-yard pass backwards to Luiz? And that's why for me, it really does trigger me when I see certain Arsenal fans pipe up about Arteta and the fact that he's not making us better, when clearly he has made us better. When you have to be a complete idiot to think that he has not made Arsenal better. We've kept more clean sheets, we've won more games, but the only thing that has remained the same is the fact that we still are making mistakes. And so for me personally, lads, today we did not lose the game because of the system or the way we were playing. We lost the game due to the individuals that we employ. And so to the fans who say, oh, why is Arteta playing these guys? Who else is he meant to play? You think man like Rob Holding would have made a massive difference? Socrates, anyone? So the whole point I'm trying to make to you guys is, in terms of Arteta, he doesn't have the personnel there in the first place, and it is now down to him and the board that come this summer get rid of these absolute frauds that Arsenal Football Club employ. We've already got one clown signed up for next season in David Luiz, but in terms of the likes of Mustafi and Kalajnak, lads, we already know about these guys. We have a ticking time bomb on a ticking time bomb on a ticking time bomb at the back. Of course they are going to make mistakes. It is inevitable. And so say it one more time, it's now down to the management and the board again. It's down to you guys to get rid of the frauds and get them out of Arsenal Football Club. Because as Arteta said after the game, if we play like we did today but eradicate the mistakes, we will win a lot of games of football. There's nothing wrong with how Arsenal are playing. There's nothing wrong with the system. The issue with Arsenal, as always, is the individuals themselves. And the only way that's going to change is when you get rid of these frauds. So Raul Sanlehi, it's over to you. And on to the final thing, lads, and that is no Europa League. Alas, lads, after a couple decent results, Arsenal Football Club find themselves once again in 9th place. Mid-table mediocrity. How much did I miss this? And so yeah, with Arsenal now being 9th once again behind Tottenham Hotspur, we are also currently 4 points off 7th place Sheffield United, meaning the chances are, as things currently stand, Arsenal can't even make it into the Europa League places, bro. I mean, forget about the UEFA Champions League, we can't even make it into the UEFA Europa League. What has my club become, lads? And if I'm being brutally honest, I think the only route Arsenal actually have of getting into the Europa League is winning or getting to the FA Cup final. Because of course, if we get to the FA Cup final and the team that we're versing already Champions League places, Arsenal automatically get put into the Europa League. The only issue is, to get to the FA Cup final, we have to beat a certain team called Manchester City. So yeah, lads, it's as simple as that really. If we can beat Man City, we're probably going to get Europa League football. But in terms of the league season itself, I think it's practically over now. Yeah, so we can still finish above Tottenham. I don't care about finishing above Tottenham. I don't care about anything else. All I wanted was a bit more dignity. Today was the game to get a bit more pride in the season, and we completely bottled it. Not down to the system itself, but the individuals that we employ. And so in many ways, we are now in a position where we've gone from begging to get into the Champions League to now being on our knees to just about make it into the Europa League. Let's just say life comes at you fast, especially when you're an Arsenal fan. All that being said, guys, I am going to end the video around there. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to go down there, smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you know as well. We are closing into the 12,000 subscriber mark. As always, get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on the video itself, on the things I talk about, and anything else you would like to discuss. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to follow all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said, guys, just end the video around there. Of course, in the video today, lads, we discussed 5 things that you missed in Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. We lost the Northern Derby. I'm not in the best of the mood. We lost to Jose Mourinho, lads. I'm gonna go crying out, and I'll see you next time in a bit.